Hello everyone, Neorashi here. Before I start today's review, the reason why I didn't make a weekly haul yesterday is because I actually didn't get a single book. For the first time since I started this channel, except the few times I was on vacation, um, I didn't get a single book. I'm gonna get some later this week, so do expect a video next week. But yeah, this time I haven't got anything. So today's, like last week, is going to be a series. I'm going to review a series that is considered Yuri as part of my Pride Month reviews. And I decided to go with something pretty controversial today because it is a Yuri. Um, but there's a lot of reason why some people would probably um, dislike it, and I can understand why. And today, if you haven't figured out by the video title already, it's Gushing Over Magical Girls Volume 2. Um, Obviously, I'm not going to show you a page or screenshots of the more controversial parts for two reasons. One is, well, YouTube, and the second is because the controversial part, the fan service part, although I'm not saying I hate those, for this series, it's actually not the part that I like the most. I watched the anime. Actually, I earlier, no, late last year, I bought the series. I don't remember where I put my disc, but my Blu-ray, but I do have the series on Blu-ray. Is it here? Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, I got the Blu-rays. Um, so what I liked about Volume 2 is um, it has the first real Yuri element. There was some in Volume 1, but in Volume 2, it's a lot more like obvious, with Kiwi being clearly in love with Utena, which is honestly one of the better parts of the series. Uh, and it's not even. I'm not even saying this because it's a Prime Month. It's actually something that I personally found really cute in a series that is, you know, wrong in many ways. Like at some point early in the volume, Utena is having trouble at school, and she asks Kiwi for help in exchange for her buying her sushis, and she accepts, and she ends up uh, having less trouble at school. So in chapter 7 begins with um, Kiwi happily hugging Utena because it's their first romantic date. You know, stuff like that. I really don't like Kiwi's magical girl form. Neither I am a huge fan of Utena's magical girl form. But I really like when, like, another moment, like where Kiwi jumps on Utena to hug her. I always found that really cute. And Volume 2 is also where we see the third and last main protagonist, at least based on the anime, because I actually haven't gotten super far in the manga. I've only read like volume 2 or 3. And Nero Alice, her magical girl form is actually quite cute, which I like. And I like how she barely ever talks. I don't know why, but I've always liked silent characters, especially when they choose to be silent, like Suguru from Non-Non-Buri is another character that I love, even though he's like super not really important into the stories. But yeah, because of that, Volume 2 is so far, of the three volumes I've read, volume two is so far my favorite, and I'd say the arc that appears in the anime that are based on this volume are also pretty good. Um, Except I think episode 6, which I didn't like as much. Well, the first half I think I liked, but yeah, volume 2 is so far my favorite. I still have up to volume 9 in French. By the way, this is a French copy. I would give volume 2 of Gushing Over Magical Girl. Actually, it depends. As a whole, probably a 7.5 out of 10. If I single out the parts that I like, basically the school, like civilian life, if we can say, the part where the character are not fighting as magical girls. If we single out these, Volume 2 is an easy 9.5 out of 10. But overall, it's a 7.5, so quite low compared to what I'm used to rate for um, manga that I really like. But yeah, there are parts that I didn't like. And um, the first battle against Maga Magenta was alright, but the other battles that are seen in this volume are definitely not my favorite. So there's that too. Even the like the combat sequences were not all that great in this volume. So as for the availabilities, I recently learned that this series in English was getting an physical release. I believe it was available, but only as digital, and then they were delisted. And now they're. I just checked literally today on Amazon, like like minutes before I started recording, and they are getting released in uh, physical format in English. However, as you can see, volume 2, volume 1, and you can see volume 3 here are quite expensive. And I just checked, and these are not like double-sized volume. 22.50 for a manga that is most likely gonna be. Just a second, please. Yeah, my cat was about to do something I don't want him to do. So yeah, for a manga that is likely going to be. Oh, he's going to throw my TV on the floor. He was climbing on my TV, and yeah, he would be making make it fall off. It already happened. I'm surprised the TV is still intact. Doesn't even have a scratch. And anyway, so yeah, it is really expensive for a series that is not in color and is not like double sized volume. This is honestly pretty unacceptable. If you can read French, read get them in French. Uh, because yeah, 22.50 or almost $24 for Volume 3, which only released in 3 months. Uh, this is yeah, like $21 for Volume 2, and it's on discount. It should be 24. Oh, so, okay, so they're all $24. $24 for this is definitely not acceptable unless they reveal to us that it's actually in full color. Then maybe I can accept that price, but really very not worth the price. Like I'm going to go to my manga store website, uh, looking up, because the name is looking up to Magical Girl in French for some reason. Like, as you can see, many of them are out of stock, however. But as you can see, it's much more reasonable at $14.95 in French, and this is in Canadian price. So yeah, good series so far. Maybe not the best Yuri, and honestly, I prefer the slice of life parts a lot more than the magical girl segments. But if you can uh, get past the fan service, which is, by the way, much more tame in the manga than the anime. The anime brought the fan service up to not even 11. It brought the fan service up to 20. Uh, the fan service is still strong in the manga, but way less than in the anime. So if you can get past the fan service, it's actually a pretty good slice of life slash magical girl series. But as I keep repeating myself, the slice of life parts are, in my opinion, the better part of this series. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.